Welcome everybody to this first episode of Frostpunk. The game has just released and I am so stoked to see a little bit of the game here. I've been waiting for this for arguably way too long, so I don't even want to talk too long. Without further ado, let's click on a new home. This is the main campaign and jump into the game, and hopefully we all enjoy it. The monumental efforts of designing, transporting and constructing the generators in the north brought the British Empire to the brink of economic collapse. Then the real code came. Alright. For those who don't know, this game is made by the creators of This War of Mine, and it has the same atmosphere of complete hopelessness and sadness.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity.
The music is so outstanding.
We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
The last city on Earth. Now that has a ring to it, doesn't it? One question I want to ask is, yeah, we fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. That first sentence rings wrong to me, because if you're in the northern hemisphere, if you're in London, and it's like we're hitting a global ice age, wouldn't you have to go south? Wouldn't you have to get towards the equator? Because surely if you go north, because of the way the Earth is tilted, if you are at London, north of London will always be colder than south of it, right? Anyway, we fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst, now that the world, as we know, has crumbled. We have to survive. So, this is the game. It's it's about building a city in the snow. I'm sure you already knew that. I'm sure you already knew this. Fight the cold. I will pause. Now, the first thing I want to point out is I've played a little bit of the game, and it seems like this down here is somewhat of a tutorial. But you don't, and in this case, I mean, obviously we need to activate the generator and we need to stockpile some coal. That is correct, but you're not in a hurry to do these things normally. Like, okay, this one we need to do immediately, but usually they're more of guidelines than rules. They're not like your usual quest system in that you really want to follow them straight up. So I'm going to put quite a few people on wood. In the beginning, wood is way more important than steel, I found. So we're going to put a lot of people on wood, we're going to put a lot of people on more wood, and we're going to put a lot of people on coal. And I can put the engineers on coal as well for the time being. And excuse me, that was a bit of a sound in the background there. And that leaves 5 people, and they can go get us a little bit of steel. Of course. In the modern time, we're all way too connected, aren't we? So, then we can build stuff with the wood that we have. And I think the first thing I want to build, the very first thing, is I want to build a road to the coal, because that will be very important in the beginning. Actually, it's not even that important, but it's not unimportant either. And I want to build one here as well. We're also going to build one here. I like having roads in the beginning. I feel that that's a big help. It's a good use of the resources. And we can open the Book of Laws. So basically there are 2 ways we evolve. And that is, one is research, which we haven't unlocked yet. And the second one is the laws. And the laws are in 3 categories. There is adaptation, which we research first. And later on we get to choose between either basically when everything goes down the drain and our people get completely desperate and we need to somehow hold it together. There are 2 more of these, let's call them research trees. They're not research trees, but you know what I mean, like law trees. There are 2 more, and you have to choose one of the 2. One of them is called order. Basically you're turning your little city into a police state, and the second one is called faith, I believe, or fanaticism. Basically you're becoming some sort of sect-like entity. You basically in one of the 2 you become the supreme leader, and in the other one you become the god among men, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, to start off, we can either call the emergency shift, which I think is a great thing to do in the beginning. Basically, your people become very discontent because you make them work for 24 hours straight, which is not a good thing. And it really shoots the discontent through the roof. However, working for 24 hours, you work for 10 hours in the beginning, should probably be said. They work for 10 hours, that would be pretty good. The alternative would be child shelters or child labor. Which child labor is awesome. Having more labor seems like a great thing to do. The alternative would be turning your children into medical apprentices or engineer apprentices. I think we're just gonna go for normal child labor, good old-fashioned child labor, right? They need to do their part for this society. Now the generator is off because we don't have coal yet, so let us increase the speed. Let's increase it a little bit first. And let's enjoy this look of our people making their way to the stockpiles. It just looks so atmospheric. We do have 80 homeless people because we have 80 people, and they're all homeless. All of them are homeless. But that's not a problem for now. Well, it's gonna become a problem very, very soon. But right now, it's not really. And our children are playing because I forgot to give them a job. Children, please. We are gathering coal from 2 places, right? Yeah, we are. Not for long, however. We are gonna take a few people out in no time. So for now, you go get me even more wood. You see our wood is going up quite quickly. And the first thing we want to build is a food, because we don't have any food right now. Also, I kind of immediately want to start. I have everything I need for the workshop, so we are going to start with the workshop actually. Just one for now. And then we're going to get some food going. I found that 2 hunters and 1 cookhouse are enough to kind of keep us going for a little bit. So we're gonna get the wood we need. And then we're gonna buy... Wait, that was the cookhouse, right? Yeah, cookhouse, workshop, hunter's hut. So we need 1 more hunter's hut. For that we need 20 wood. Let's speed it up until we have it. 1 more hunter's hut. And that's gonna start us off with enough food for the beginning. It won't last forever, but for the beginning we did get the 200 coal, so we will activate our generator and we will enjoy the graphics of the snow melting. There's just so much, I know about food, there's just so much love in all the graphics and all that you can see. Look at that big generator just melting everything. By the way, if you're wondering why we are in a crater, I'm actually pretty sure this isn't a normal crater, because all of this is ice, right? And I think the lore is basically that this generator kept the ice at bay, and that's why it looks like this crater. Now, obviously it was off, but when we arrived, it had basically already fallen, like the civilization, the people that were hurled around the generator, they had already fallen, but the generator was still standing, and that's why the ice was somewhat kept at bay here. And I mean, it kind of makes sense to be in here, right? Because the wind up here must be terrifying, so I'm sure you're somewhat protected from at least the wind down here. So it's probably not the worst idea to be in here. It might even trap the heat a little bit. I know that warm air goes up, but it might trap the heat a little bit there. So let us speed this up a little bit more. Okay, so now is the end of the day. I don't know why this is... Oh, because it takes forever to build the freaking road. No one's using the roads. I'm not sure if building the road was the right call. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. No roof over our heads. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible cold. We better do something about it. I'll provide some shelter. I'll provide shelter for everyone, and I won't address this right now, because screw you people. We're gonna provide shelter for everyone. Now, the problem with this is I want to build the good shelter, because there's good shelter. The wisdom of the crowd kept them when facing demands. Remember this, people usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. Now, there's houses and like there's better stuff. Right now we can only build tents, later we can build bunkhouses and then houses and whatnot. And the tents are pretty much garbage. And by pretty much, I mean absolutely. They're just shit. My apologies, but they are. So, I don't want to build too many of them. I don't want to build too many of them. This is kind of bad. Because I can't use this space now, and I can't use... Oh, I can actually use this space. Awesome. So that's 4. We need 8, and that's okay. That's the big problem with building the roads first, and I actually think I will end up deleting the roads again. I mean, in the middle it's okay, because I've basically used it as good as I can. If you look at the tent, I've basically used it as good as I can, but... here, for example, now I would waste area. So I think I will take out this street. What I will do is I will have it run around and reconnect. That costs me a little bit more wood, but it just helps having a little bit of a street out here. Is what how I feel. It's how I feel. With the basic resources secured for now, we have not secured basic resources. Just throwing it out there. We have absolutely not done that, but we can try to rescue people we left behind. Yes, let us do that. By the way, let's take out some of the workers. Actually, let's take out all of them. Going to redistribute our people here. I'm going to send the children to get coal. I think children are just as effective as adults. It's just that right now they can't do everything, but I think they tend to get injured more. But what they don't tend to do is, I think if you send 15 children and 15 adults, they will get the same amount of coal, basically. So, I wish I would have researched the emergency shift, because this first night is gonna hit us pretty hard that no one's actually working. What are you guys doing? It's not work time yet. Where are all of you going? We want to add a research. The first thing I want to get is the faster gathering, I think. I think this is going to be worth it. I know. I need to send engineers here. All our engineers are gathering coal at the moment. So we'll do this, and we're gonna start off with faster gathering. We need 10 wood for it. God damn it! Why are we so bad at everything we touch? Critical sabotage, number of sick is rising. We don't have enough materials to build a medical post. Perhaps a short burst of resources. That would be for emergency shift, and that would have been the next thing I would have signed anyway, so that's okay to do. No, I'm not gonna do it right now, because the people are gonna work anyway, and if I do it, I want to do it at the end of a shift, basically. Why did this open right now? I want to do it at the end of a shift, basically. Okay, thank you. Now I have the resources to do that. They're gonna turn our rations, our food, the raw food, into rations. That is nice. I do want to get some people into this hunter's hut as well. But people hunt during the night in this game. So right now I'm going to let them gather. We don't need this much steel, I think. I think I would prefer you guys to get me some more coal. Steel becomes incredibly important later on. And actually it's the first resource that will run out. Because if we look around the map, we will see we have 1 steel wreckage, wood, steel, coal, 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 coal. This is also coal, steel, wood. That means we have 1 more wood than we have coal. Then we have steel, and we have way more coal. So if we look at our research, we want to get arguably the sawmill first, and then we want to get the steel works, and the coal thumper can come later. That's gonna be okay. Family, turn about, sir. A woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges us to hurry. I wanna send out scout teams, but I need to set priorities here. And that's not the priority right now. My apologies, lady. My apologies. And yes, I will take down this road. And what we will do... We're gonna put a couple tents here. And we're gonna take this road and put it all around here. It's gonna work just fine. Also, we need to have the road all the way around here, I just realized. Because everything needs to be connected to a road, basically. So we are going to do it like that. And the people we've employed to change our food no longer need to do it, because we no longer have food to change. So we're gonna take them out, and we're gonna take out some more. Wait, where are all people working right now? Wood. This up here, what are you? What kind of people are you? It's engineers and children. We're gonna take out these children. We're gonna take out some of the workers. I'll put in those children. That's gonna be just fine. And everyone else can go gather food. I think I want to get a second workshop up pretty quickly. You only need 5 people to work in it, and doubling our research seems pretty much worth it to me. So Hunter's Gear would be awesome. We do want to get the Steam Hub as well pretty quickly. Actually, I think I want to start with that right now. Let's get the Steam Hub. Why are they still home? Oh, because it's still being built. The reason we... Basically, the Steam Hub, it increases the radius of... I forgot how to see how far we go. Anyway, and the wood crates have been depleted. Which one? Oh, these have already been depleted. Okay, let's send more people here, and let's send some here. Again, we need wood right now, and we want to get the sawmill pretty quickly. Actually, that will be the next thing we research. Now, yes, please build that. When this happens, it decreases 2 levels. That means I think a level is minus 10 degrees, that's minus 20 degrees, so we're gonna be at minus 40, and all of these people will stop freezing. you already see, we fulfilled the shelter promise. We did well. You see, they already are only livable. It goes comfortable, livable, and too cold, basically. Everything will become too cold. And there's two ways we can fix that. We can increase our generator, but I don't think we can make that happen in the next few days. So the next alternative is building steam hubs. And we're going to do that, and it's going to be important. But it's not going to be instantaneous. And that's a problem. That is a problem. We're going to put the house here. It also needs a road. Sorry, I misclicked. Just so we have a little bit of medical attention for our people. And then we're going to try to get this a couple steam hubs going before this reaches it. It's not really gonna work, but we're gonna try our best. We need some people in the medical care facility. We need engineers for that. We're gonna go like this for the moment. We don't have enough people right now. I want more things than I can. We can go child labor, all jobs, extended shifts. We're gonna go for the extended shifts. It's gonna make people unhappy and hope will fall. Both of... Oh no, it's without hope. It's just discontent that will rise, but we're getting from 10 to 14 hours, so that's almost it's 1.4 times the work, so almost 50% increase. It's a 40% increase, which is a lot. It's a lot. So I want the 14-hour shift. It's gonna make people very upset, but it's going to be okay for now. And we're going to increase this. Now, let's speed through the night here. This content isn't too much, so what I actually think I want to do... No, it's already 6 o'clock. I could have done the 24-hour shift overnight. Actually, I don't think it matters when you do the 24-hour shift. Thinking about it, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I thought it mattered. I don't know why I thought that mattered. It honestly does not. It absolutely does not. And the cold is just about to hit us. So we will need to build... I actually kind of want to build a workshop. I can build it here. That would work just fine. It can scooch in there. That will work just fine. I want a second workshop. I want to increase my research that way. Another wood crate has depleted. We are running out of wood here quite quickly. I think there's one more here. No, that is coal. Coal. All of this is coal. Steel. This is another wood crate. That's wood, and that's another steel. Okay, so we're gonna send the people here. And here we go. We got the technology. We could get the hunter's gear. That isn't bad. It just means they bring up to 20 food instead of 15 each. That would be nice, but I think we need the sawmill, and then I want to get the exploration beacon. The exploration beacon is very, very useful. I'm even considering getting it before I'm getting the sawmill. Let's get it first. I want to get started on exploration. I don't know if that is the right thing to do here, but I'm hoping. They're gonna do that. We need some engineers in here. Oh wow, we're not gathering coal anymore at this point. I might have overdone it on all the non-coal related things. So I think what we need to do... Where are our people? Yeah... We probably want to take at least 5 people of coal. Of wood. And at least 5 people of food. And put them all on coal. I want to increase the amount of coal we're getting. I'm somewhat scared of freezing. I have to admit. Now, at least we're getting a lot of resources, and we do have enough steel to do this. That will heat most of the houses. Okay. It still gets this house, so we're gonna put it right here. That one we're gonna put... I need to increase this road. But I don't know where this road actually goes. We're gonna keep it like that for the time being. We're gonna see if we need another hub there. I just wanna make sure that these are fine. We can introduce a new law. That is amazing. We always want to do that when we can. All of them are basically good. Child labor, all jobs is awesome. This is going to help with hope and discontent. Obviously, getting rid of our corpses and stuff will also be helpful. Down here we need to decide basically what we do with our extremely ill people. Do we turn them... Basically, if someone gets super hurt, like a crushed leg or something, what do we do? Do we just keep them alive somehow? Which has its own problems. Or do we try radical treatment, which means do we just cut off the leg? It might lead to people being very... that we get about 30% of the gravely ill turned into amputees. Which is a problem. But I mean, because amputees are basically useless for us in the beginning, besides the, well, ethical question. They are useless for us, whereas to stay in life, everyone becomes useless. So this seems like the better way for me from a gameplay perspective. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna try treating our people. Another alternative would be we could make soup. Basically, soup is a way to feed more people. We get more food out of our raw food. It will cost us hope, however. And I don't think food right now is the biggest problem. We're gonna go for child labor, all jobs, I feel like. Get the corpse disposal right now. No risk for disease. That sounds good, but is preserved for potential further use. That seems good. We have to dig the snow pit, but that's no problem. Hope will fall and discontent will rise. Sure. We don't have a problem with discontent right now. Unfortunately, our hope falls, and I don't like the fact that hope falls. But sometimes we just got to do that. And we're gonna put this further away because I don't think people need to go there actually. So let's put it here. I think after it's been built. Right now, people will get cold while they build it and stuff, but afterwards, I don't think it will matter. It does need the street, however. It does need a road, so we're going to put a road here and here. They're gonna build it now, but there's no people working here, so we don't need to worry about people getting ill from it. Because only people that work at places can get ill from the bad things happening at those places. Now we can dispose of bodies, but that doesn't mean people are more content or hopeful. Yeah, we're basically just dumping out dead people here now. So that's not happiness, but it's better than them lying in the streets. And the cold is going to hit us any moment now. It's going to hit us any moment, and with it, we're gonna face some problems. We're gonna face quite a few problems with this. I hope we get through it rather well. A lot of people will get sick. I'm pretty sure that will happen. But until then, I'm gonna cut the episode here because we've reached 28 minutes and a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you for the next episode. Have a good one, everybody. Bye bye.